Hi there, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to start the teardown on this bike, which is our entry into the Cheap Bike Build Off Challenge 2026. So we're going to tear it all down, take a look at the parts, see what's salvageable, what's not, so then I can get an idea of what I need to replace. If we get time today after we've torn it all down, we'll clean the frame up and see how well it comes up. Might need a bit of T-cutting here and there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's start off by getting these wheels out of the way. Both wheels are quick release, so that's good. This might be the first time these wheels have been off this bike for about 20 years. I actually did have a quick go on the bike yesterday, put some air in the tyres, had a ride up and down the road. Was surprised how well it did, all things considered. And the gears are a bit hit and miss. Right, so we've got them wheels over there out the way. Start by getting crap off that we don't want at all, like these reflectors and mud guards, cycle computer. All the cables can go as well, they're all rusty. If I can find my cable cutters. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Take the seat post out for now. So that seat post is a 26.2 and it's in decent condition, so I'll probably keep the seat post. And it's alloy, so that's good. Right. Original seat binder bolt made by Calloy. That's not alloy. That's not alloy. Oh no. Right, need some little spanners. What do we want? 8, 9, 8. 8mm for that. Ooh. Oh, that's a pisser straight away. Bugger. So that's the first time the bike has bitten me. Let's get some paper towel. Oh, that's a piss. That's a real pisser. It's not. It'll be fine. Right. No more biting, please, bike. Dear, dear, dear. Crap. Still trying to bite me, that thing. You going straight in the bin, you are. Oh, I dropped some shit on the floor already. Find them later. Right. Alright, I'm going to take my bloody glasses off because I can't see what I'm doing close up when I've got them on. These brakes are Shimano X-Age Country. They're a bit of a relic in themselves. They won't be going back on. I plan to, if the budget allows, put some V brakes on here. I do tend, when the bike's got an actual canty bridge cable stop, I do tend to stick to canties then, just because I think bikes where they've got the bridge and they're not being used looks kind of redundant. I'm not a fan of that. But this one, as you saw, the cable stop was like an extra bit that went through the seat binder bolt. So do without that. We don't need canties on this one. Off goes the cheapo reflector, it's all rusty. Off comes the shitty mudguard. Straight in the bin. Well, if the bin was the floor, that is. 9. Is that one 9, just to be awkward? Yes, it is. Get rid of that piece of cable without getting bitten. I wonder if the chain's any good. Shall we check it? Shall we check the chain length? Let's have a look. This is an X Tools chain checker, and it will check 0.75 and then 1 inch. Or is it 1 link? I don't know. So 1's nowhere near going in. I mean, this chain is crusty. And 0.75 barely goes in. So I actually think we could use this chain again, potentially. Depends how it cleans up in the ultrasonic, really. But we'll get it off for now. Let's get it off. Be surprised, that'll probably clean up nicely. Even though it looks like dog shit at the moment. So the group set on this, you may have already noticed, is 300 XH 300 LX, which was decent in the day. I think you went like at the time XT, LX, and then the XH series 5, 4, and 300. So it was the bottom of the XH series, and then we had those horrible. Was it 200 GS below that, or 300 GS? Yeah. So this was kind of like bottom of the decent range, I guess, back in the late 80s and certainly 1990 when this bike was made. Well, we can see behind there what the original colour should have been. It's quite a deeper yellow compared to the rest of the bike. So that's certainly been fading in the sun quite a number of years. This rear mech will clean it up, see how it does. It's got quite a large parallelogram on there, so I'm confident that for what I want to use that for, that's going to work well. But we'll see. So we're going to keep that rear mech if it cleans up and works well, just to save on the budget. Same goes for the front and the chain set if the chain rings are okay. And pedals look shit. That's always the way though, isn't it, with bikes? Whatever pedals it came from the factory are usually a token gesture by the manufacturer. They're not actually very good. Like I say, all the gears seem to be working okay. So hopefully they'll all clean up in the parts cleaner and come out nicely. Get pedals off, they can go straight in the bin, they can. And are they even HTI P15s? Feel rough. In the bin, sure. Hey, watch it. So this cheap, crappy, rubbish pedal has just attacked my XTR wheels. You idiot pedal. Right, so got these tiny little caps. They gotta come off. There's one. Two. How does that spin anyway, that bottom bracket? That's not bad actually. That's pretty quiet and fairly smooth. Look at that. You know what? I'm quite happy with that bracket. I don't see any value in taking that off. First of all, though, let's get the cranks themselves off because they're going to need to go in the cleaner as well. In the parts washer, or as I like to call it, the anodizing stripper. What size spanner is it? 16mm. So we've got a 14mm socket with an extension bar because I haven't got a socket, a ratchet that'll fit in there. So this is going to be a bit awkward. And then a 16mm spanner on the end of that. There we go. Fucking hell, that was loose. That was loose. Loosey goosey. Okay. I'm surprised how easily everything's coming off this bike, to be honest. And will this side be loose as well? Yep. Yep, it sure was. Right. Now we need our actual crank puller, which I have seen once. Threads all look really good on this crank set, so they shouldn't have any problems getting that off here. He says. I can never get it started. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on in there? What's going on? I don't know. Jesus Christ. Come on. I've got to stop saying Jesus Christ all the time. As a Christian, it's not very good, is it? Those threads, though, they look perfectly fine, but they're rough as anything. Yeah. Right at the very edge, it's a little bit damaged. Right on the edge. Great. See if we can get it started. Come on. If we can get it started, it'll re-chase that thread because it's not super damaged, it's just a bit flat at the front. There we go. So the tool will actually have chased that thread, so it'll work better next time now. Something else has dropped on the floor. Right. Yeah, it's a bit stiff. So this one's got bio paste chain rings. So I'm not sure how I feel about using those. I've never really got on with biopaste in the past. Depends what the budget allows for. Size wise, I can see the biggest one's 48, so I'm going to assume 30. Yeah, so it's 28, 38, 48 biopaste. I should know that really, but I don't. Well, I do now. FCM 300s. Right. Let us get the other side off. If I can remember where I've just put the fucking tool. There you are. Actually just put the crank on top of it. Bloody hit it. See how the threads are like on this side. Again, not great. What's going on here? I just think that from new, they've not been chased out properly, maybe. Here we go, come on. Or maybe it's just me. Always do the first part of the tooling as far as it'll go without obviously over cranking it, just to get as much engagement on those threads as possible before you try removing it, because it's too easy to strip threads out if you're not fully in there. Okay, tapers all look fine. They're actually in really good nick, those cranks. A few marks, nothing too bad. Right, so the cranks are off. Bottom bracket feels fine, but we could always make it a bit better. That's always assuming I've got the right tools for this bracket. I've got some old tools, but they're so seldom used, I'm not even sure if they're any good. We'll come back to that at the end. Right, let's get this bottle cage off, and that can go straight in the bin as well. Straight in the bin. Wonder how much of this rust will clean up, what we'll be left with. I don't know what make this bottle cage is, can't see any markings on it. It reminds me of the Mount Zephyr ones you used to be able to get back in the day. Drop count is already off the chart. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's no markings on it, don't know what it is. Cheap plastic tat is what it is. In the bin. In the bin you go. Right, let's get that stupid bike computer off next. I don't know if it works. I've got no intention of trying to find out. That's straight in the bin as well. Right. It's just turning. Yep, need another 10mm. It's a 20. Aha. Ha ha. Made in Taiwan. There's a surprise. Not. Crap mudguard. Crap reflector. In the bin you go. Are these grips any good? I bet even they're original, aren't they? I think this bike is 100% original. 100%. Let's get front brakes off. Oh. Even though it's 100%, the group set's still a bit of a mishmash. So we had Excise Country brake calipers, Excise 300 LX for the majority of the group set, and then we've got actual Dior LX for the shifters and the handbrakes, STIs. What does that STI stand for? Shimano Total Integration. Again, something I used to know and forgot. But it's written right there on the lever, you can't miss it. Bloody hell, these bolts are long, come on. There we go. One off. Load of crap. I mean, to be honest, looking at all the wear points on the bike, so saddle, grips, brake levers, brake blocks, tyres, there's not much use been had out of this bike over the years. I think it spent a lot more time sat under that tarp or in the shed or probably outside for a bit looking at it, or at least put away wet. I think it spent a lot more time like that than it's actually been ridden. So that bodes well, I guess, for the bearings. Hopefully they're all okay. Move these STIs out of the way. I'm going to keep calling them that now just because we all know what it really means. Move these inbound so we can get the grips off, shall we? Inbound, inboard. Move them inboard. Get them out of the way, basically. Well, there's been nothing seized so far, so that's bloody good. Right, time to get grips off. Right, so I'm using a very skinny screwdriver and some isopropyl alcohol. So screwdriver just to lift the edge up. Oh, that's crusty under there, bloody hell. That is crusty. Try not to poke it through the actual grip if you're hoping to use it again. Bit of alcohol in there. Work it all the way around. And then work that back. Just taking the paint off. There we go. So, not sure if we'll use that grip again, but you never know. One off, one to go. Let's take that off now as well. You can come up out of the way. Hey, watch it, you. Done it again. Bit close to these bike frames hanging on it, mate. Come on. That doesn't want to go, that one. He doesn't want to give. Come on. Give it up. There we go. Yeah, look, Dior LX. It's strange that the highlight of the group set would be the shifters. Normally, most manufacturers, it's the rear derailleur that they highlight. That's what people look at in the showroom, you see. What derailleur has it got? Right. We're not using these bars. These bars are horrible. I'm not sure about the stem either. It will all depend on what bars we do decide to use it, as to whether or not we use this stem or something a bit longer and lower. It will be a quill though. So even the bars were alloy. Everything on here is decent quality for the day. No steel bars here. Yep. Just checking it with a magnet to make sure. It's alloy, but it's fairly bloody heavy alloy. It weren't no lightweight anyway. Right, so this is potentially a sticking point. I guess we'll find out in a second. There's a lot of corrosion in there. It was hard to get the Allen key in. Well, that moved freely as well. Look at that. No issues whatsoever so far. If only all bike strip downs went this smoothly. And we are 22.2, so 1-inch headset. Okay, to be expected. 1990 after all. 1990. Right, headset spanners, where are you? Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's a bit stiff. Is it gone? Yep. That was stiff. What are the bearings looking like in here? I wonder. It's looking worse for wear on the outside. Well, and there again we have the original colour of the bike compared to what it is now. Yeah, so the bearings look absolutely fine. The races look absolutely fine. So I guess what we'll probably end up doing is just cleaning them all up. I might have to repaint that lower cup depending on how much rust is on there once I've cleaned it up, and then we'll reuse this headset. But I'm going to get the cups out anyway because I do like to strip the frame all the way down before cleaning. So I can find my bloody hammer. Where's my MC hammer? There you are. Get here. So this is my old 2-pre removal tool. Look at the state of that. It's totally twisted. It's a good job that the rules against using AliExpress stuff only extend to parts and not tools, because that's where all my tools come from. I think this one's tool-pre? 2-pre, yeah. Right, let's get these cups out. Let's come round here so you can see what I'm doing. Right. That's one. Two. That was easy. That was bloody easy, wasn't it? Right. Bottom bracket. Are you going to be stuck or are you going to play nicely like the rest of the bike? My money's on nicely. Everything else has been so smoothly going. Don't fail me now. Right, so what I'm using first of all, to show you my crap tools. These ones I've had since probably 1990. 94 it says on it, so maybe not. Elite heat treated steel made in Italy. So it's got a 24mm flat on the one end, the little hook thing for the lock ring on that end, and this one's got a 15mm pedal spanner end, which has seen much better days. Look at the state of that. I think that'd slip now if I tried to use that. And then that weird shaped one, which again, showing some signs of wear on it, but hopefully that'll still work. So, put that one in my pocket. Try and get this lock ring off, shall we? So, it tightens up backwards, it's got to go forwards. There you go. Now that was loose. That was loose. Right. Hardly needed the tool. Right, let's put that lock ring safe. And then I don't have the proper pin spanner for that, so I'm just using a circlip spanner. The pliers, it does just about open wide enough, I think, for most of these. So look. Oh, it's easily wide enough here. Get in the hole. Come on. Here we go. Right, forward. Okay. Again, no problem with that. That's smooth as that is. Smooth as butter. Hey, it's the butter bike, isn't it? Everything's gone smoothly. Right, we'll have a look at them in a minute. And let's get this one out, shall we? Let's check that out first. It's gone round here. Get some purchase on it. Come on! Come on, you bugger. There you go. Whew. Wow, okay. Clean these up and we'll have a look at them. It's not a Shimano bottom bracket. It says NICO on it. NICO 10B21 3SS 16 inch. Well, it ain't 16 inches, is it? Come on. 16 something. Right. Bearing races on there look pretty good. Can't see any issues with those. So we'll reuse that. Loads of grease in the cup still. So that bodes well, doesn't it? Again, I can't feel any roughness in the race. Some slight marks here and there, but nothing too serious. I'll see if I've got a better one, but that's not bad. Again, I don't know if the camera's picking that up well. That's not bad. And the cage bearings, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's have a look at the other cup. Made by YST Corp. That's what it says on the outside of this cup. So that's decent quality. Albeit it's not Shimano, it's still decent. Yeah, that cup's absolutely perfect as well. Well, I don't say as well because the first one's not quite as perfect as that, but a couple of marks on the first one, on the drive side one. Again, bearings absolutely mint, so that's good. So that'll all go back in, providing we don't lose any of it. So we're almost done. There's a couple of little bolts and a cable guide to take off. If I can find my freaking Allen key. So imported by, is it Karate, the same people that in Bristol, the same people that imported GTs and I mean Mount Shasta as well, that was from there. We've got a bike shop sticker up the top, so we'll see, well, the remains of one, so we'll see who it was that provided it from, where it was bought from. Even these bolts are just like fine, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's well sun faded, loads of bits of surface rust, but as far as componentry and everything goes, it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I always like to strip it all the way down just so I can see how light it is as well. Drop to bolt. Dickhead. Oh, we've still got the plastic thing in there. Come on, out you come. Even that's still intact. And that's probably what's kept that, in all the weather, that's kept that bottom bracket clean. That little plastic tubey. Right, so that's it, it's stripped. Ready for its makeover. Got a mud on it. Give it a quick wipe down with an old oily rag. See what we're dealing with. So yeah, I was going to have a look when I see who it was supplied by. Let's have a look. Which bike shop was it? Supplied by Bodmin Trading Company, Church Square, Bodmin. It's not a surprise really, considering that I bought it from a bloke in Bodmin and he bought it from new. I think he said he paid about 350, 400 quid for it new in 1990. Just give it a quick wipe down now. I called it the butter bike, but I might call it the banana bike because we've got varying shades of banana going on here. We've got some really ripe yellow banana, we've got some pale yellow. It's almost green here, like an unripened banana. So yeah, we'll call it the banana bike. Right. I want to get this on scale, see what it weighs. It doesn't feel that heavy. And it's an 18.5-inch frame from centre to top. Let's have a weigh of it, see what it comes out at. And the forks are fairly light as well. Let's put her on scales here. You won't be able to see what I'm doing down here, but unless I can be asked to move the camera. Yes, it depends what it comes out at. Ah, 2.66 kilos. So 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds, 2 kilos 4.4 pounds. So it's more than 5 pounds, isn't it? 2.66. Let's stick it in the phone and find out. Grams to pounds. Two 666. It's fairly hefty then, isn't it? 5.87 pounds. Doesn't feel it though, really doesn't feel it. Mind you, I'm comparing it to some of these other steel things up here. These outposts from, I think they're late 80s. They're bloody heavy. I think that's all plain gauge. This is supposed to be butted, so I'm surprised at that. That's fairly hefty for a butted frame. Oh well, it was free. It literally was free of charge. So, right. So we're going to get to giving it some proper cleaning up. I'm just wiping all the loose, dusty, dirty mud off for now. Dried on mud. And then we'll get some actual cleaner on it with a clean cloth. Might attack that with a brush there. Just try and loosen it up a bit. Just agitate it. Come on. Oh, that's a nice touch. It's got the little chain hanging pip on the inside of the seat stay, so that when you've got the back wheel out, you just hook the chain up there, keeps it out of the way, stops it getting tangled up. You see that quite a bit on older bikes. I like those, they're cool. Some corrosion on there. Right, let's blast it with something, shall we? Let's get some loam foam on the go. Clean cloth. That's going all over the garage. Come on, spray, what are you doing? Just on the bike, please, if you would. It's snowing in the garage. So I think that'll do for this video. So we'll have a last look at it. Then I'm going to give it a bit more of a deep clean. You don't need to see that on camera. And then I'll start piecing together what we're going to put on it. Clean all the parts that came off it. Take a look at them. See what we can reuse. So obviously, as much as possible, we want to reuse what we've got to minimise our expenditure. These wheels are going to need a damn good clean. They spin nicely though. Look at this. That's just going to keep going for quite a bit, that is. Again, bearings. I'll service them just because they probably never had a service. Make them as smooth as they can be, but they're pretty smooth already. So that's the front one. God knows how long that's going to keep going for. That's just going and going and going. Yeah. Rear one. Let's have a look at that. That's a bit more rumbly, but again, not bad. And the wheels look straight. Again, they're going to need a good deep clean. So, all in all, headset bearing's great, bottom bracket bearing's great, wheel bearing's great. Brakes were working fine, even though we're not going to keep those. Gears, the shifters were a bit sticky and slow to return on the triggers, but it changed and it selected every gear and changed gear fine. Yeah, so let's take a closer look at it. We can look at our banana bike in all its different coloured glory. You see, it's almost like a Klein paint job. Not. Look at there's quite a bit of rust on the top there, and he's sorting out. Yeah, the bottom's very yellow. Top is a greeny yellow in places. That top tube's horrible. Might just get some stickers to cover that up. I don't know what this fit system is. It says fit system on the side there, on both sides. Don't know what that was all about. Probably have to Google it. So it's a chromo butted tubing. It's a Trail Breaker 3, and it was TIG hand welded in Taiwan. There you go. Quite a bit of rust on that chainstay there as well. That needs looking at. But certainly no holes. It's solid. It feels lighter than it actually is. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It's quite an even weight to it as well. Quite a nice balance. And it's got that lovely little chain pip there, which I love. So there you go. Not bad at all. We'll look forward to building that up. Okay. Thanks for watching if you watched this long. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment, all that other stuff. Get all that done. Tell your friends about it. And join me on the next video when we set about how we're going to build this up. Get all the parts together and get on with it. Because you know, we ain't got very long to do it and submit it all. So join me for the next one. Take care, guys. Cheers. Bye.